Okay, so hey guys, I just wanted to come on here really quickly to tell you guys a story of what happened. So, just to kind of give you guys a lesson of how the devil works. I mean, this is just how he works. So, yesterday, it was my birthday. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this video, but my birthday was on March 24th, March 14th. And so many of you know I've been sick. So I finally felt a little better on my birthday. Well, I was trying to feel a little better, put it that way. And I'm still sick. I'm still trying to get over this cold. But anyway, so I decided I was going to go ahead and go to the thrift store to get a little bit of clothing items because I had been selling a few things on my Poshmark closet. Many of you guys know I'm trying to get my Poshmark closet business going. So I went ahead and took some of the money that I earned from my Poshmark closet to reinvest back into my business to buy some more clothing. So I went to a thrift store that was about 30 minutes away from where I live in the next town over, next few towns over actually, because the thrift stores that I have in my town are a little smaller, and I've been there many times and haven't really found many more things. So I drove about 30 minutes away to go to this thrift store in another town, spent the gas money. I spent most of what I made at this thrift store. This lady, she was so nice. She checked me out. She seen that I wasn't feeling well. So like halfway through me shopping, I wasn't feeling well. I was getting hot. So I was like, you know what? I can't even continue to shop. I need to go ahead and check out. I had an armful of clothes and she was so nice. She was checking me out and everything. She asked me where I was from and I told her where I was from. And, that I lived 30 minutes away. And, we had a whole conversation about my kids and everything. And I noticed that she was putting some of the clothes that she was checking out for me underneath the counter. And I'm like, wait, that's my item, I want that. So the items that I caught her putting under the counter, she put back in the bag. But then when I got home and I noticed over half my items were missing. And I noticed that when she checked me out, she had put my total in. She charged me for all the items, and then she put in a different total, but still charging me for all the items, but didn't put over half my things in the bag. And so I called the thrift store. Mind you, I'm 30 minutes away from this place. And I'm already at home, I'm not feeling well. I've taken my medicine and everything, and I'm ready to lay down. I'm just not feeling well. And I called the thrift store. I said, did I leave a bag there, or and I described the items, the items of clothing that I left behind. And she said, no, I don't remember that. I remember you being in the store, but I don't remember that. And so, I told her how much money I spent. I said, I'm in the next town over. If I come all the way back over there, I'm coming to either get the items or get the refund, And she's like, no, we can't do that. There's no way that we can prove that these are the items. If you do have a bag that was left here, we already put the clothes back out. So we can't give you a refund, and I don't see the items here. So I was naturally upset about that because this is my hard-earned money, that I went into the next town over to spend the money to go get these clothing items that I was going to make a return, a profit on and put in my business. So I called my husband. I was very upset, and he told me it's going to be okay. He said, you're going to make the money back somehow. But, I was still upset. So the whole day I was just upset. And so then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do what I know how to do. I'm going to pray. I'm going to get in my word. And the first thing God brings me to is Matthew chapter 6. Don't be anxious for anything. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about the clothes on your back. the God feeds the birds in the air. That's the first thing he brought to me. So I was like, that's the first lesson. I was like, oh God, but you know what? I'm so upset about this. I'm out the money. I'm out the gas I spent. I'm out the time. I'm out the money that I already had made on Poshmark. This is just what's going on. Is this just not meant to be? What is this? Because if you knew the amount of time it takes to share your closet and make offers, and it's just a lot. So I was very upset about that. And then God brought to me Proverbs 31, verses 28 through 31, that my husband and my children will call me blessed, and that everything that I do exceeds what others do. And so that just put a smile on my face, because that let me know everything is going to be okay. This is not how I handle things. I don't usually get upset about things like this to where I'm totally getting mad at my husband, totally yelling at the kids. I was just very upset that day. And then on top of that, I wasn't feeling good. But that's not the woman that I am. That's not the woman of God that's not the woman that God called me to be. So I needed to get right back into that mindset of everything is just going to be okay. This is just the devil trying to attack something that something that God blessed me with. You know how the devil is just something else, man. He will come and attack you for everything. And I said that to say this: don't get discouraged, you guys. The moment you give heed to what the devil is trying to do in your life, attack this, attack that. That's what he does. Don't let the devil do that to you. Get right back into work. Get right back into your work. Get right back into prayer. Get right back into who God has called you to be, as the woman that God has called you to be, or the man that God has called you to be. And you brush it off and continue to go. Don't worry about how the money is going to get made back up. Don't worry about that. I mean, that woman knew what she did. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to reap what she sowed. It's not in my hands. It's in God's hands. And that's where I've got to leave it. And so I said that to say this: don't worry about it. The moment you give attention to your problems, that's when they become bigger and bigger. You're going to get more and more upset, more and more frustrated. Get back down to where God has called you to be, and just leave it in his hands. You know what? God, take care of it. You've seen what happened. You've seen how this happened. You've seen everything that happened. Please handle it. Please take care of it. I know you're going to take care of it. I know that some way, somehow that money's going to be made up. I know some way, somehow I'm going to get other clothing items. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. That's how you've got to take things. You can't just stomp around and get upset and I've just learned that that's not it. My peace totally left me that day. And this was, like I said, this was my birthday. I was supposed to be happy, and I uploaded my video and said that the greatest gift I could have ever got was my salvation. I needed to remember what I said that morning. I needed to remember what I said that morning. So today's the next day. It's the 15th. I'm so much better. But yesterday I was in a little bit of a funk on my birthday, but I had to remember who I was in Christ, and that God is going to take care of it. I'm out that money. Yes. I'm out those clothing items. Yes. But there will be other opportunities for me to make money. There will be other clothes, for me to buy or for me to get, because, like I said, I'm just barely starting out. So I'm going to have flukes. I'm going to have things that happen, It's just all part of the learning process. Make sure you check your things. Make sure you double check the person that's checking your items out. Because even though it's just a little bit of thrift store clothes to them and they're thinking they're getting over on you, that, God's seen that, And so you don't want to be the one on the side of the spectrum that reaps what you sow. In other words, you don't want to be calling them names and all of that. You just brush it off your shoulders, leave it in God's hands, and you keep it pushing. But anyway, I just had to give you guys that little bit of tidbit. I'm going to lay down, because I'm still not feeling well, but I'm praying that God will restore my health soon. I am getting better, though. I am feeling a little better, but I'm going to go to the doctor today, and we'll see what the doctor says, and see if the doctor can help me get a little better. But I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.